Hello everyone, welcome back to more Let's Glitch Super Mario World. So, Forest Secret Area. Actually, since I still have an orb in my item box, I'm going to try to show something here with the orb. I'm going to try to die at the same time I finish the level. I'm not sure if I can pull it off. I did practice this a little bit beforehand, but I'm not sure if this will work. Let's see. Alright, so he's kind of jittering on the edge there. And then I lose Yoshi. This could work. Okay, that didn't work. Let me try again. Hang on. Not sure what I did wrong there. I mean, the timing is kind of, precise, I guess, but... Alright, let's see what happens this time. Okay, well I got the colors glitch on the overworld. So, there's some different side effects you can get with that glitch depending on your timing. Sometimes the game will just crash and it won't even load the overworld. Sometimes it'll load the overworld but there won't be any music or sound effects. It'll just be like totally silent. And then when the next time you enter a level, the game will crash on the Mario start screen. But in this case, I got the overworld colors glitch, which is actually a pretty famous glitch, but you usually don't use the orb to do it. There's other ways of doing it, but I think the overworld colors glitch, I don't even know what it's called. I think this glitch is actually not caused by dying at all. I think it's just caused by being off screen when the level finishes. So because I was below the camera, that's what caused this. So I don't think that actually had anything to do with the death. Which means I probably timed the glitch wrong. But anyway, unfortunately this glitch gets cancelled as soon as Mario walks off screen here because it's going to reload the overworld. But it looks kind of silly in the time being, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I did that wrong. I could have tried to show one of the game crash thing effects you can get, but I guess I timed it wrong. Oh well. Alright, so when you stand on these platforms here, I'm going back to Forest of Illusion, or Forest Secret Area, because I didn't really properly show it off. And when you sit on these platforms, the background starts scrolling to the left, faster, so it makes it seem like you're moving really fast, but you aren't. It's kind of silly. Yeah, and that background doesn't trigger unless you actually stand on the platforms, I think. So, it's kind of silly, because you could just fly through this whole level. Which would be an easy way to get the dragon coins, I guess, because apparently I completely forgot the dragon coin route for this level, so... you're supposed to kind of ride the platforms in a certain order or something to get all the dragon coins, I think. I don't know. I remember this being kind of tricky when I was trying to 100% the game in the Game Boy Advance version, because in that version of the game, it actually keeps track of all the dragon coins you got as part of the I don't know. You can get a different ending or something. I don't quite remember how it works, but anyway. Okay, so that block... Why did I pause the emulator? That block has a 1-up in it. I want to see if I can scroll a... Okay, there's a green Koopa. That should work. I want that guy to stay on screen. Oh my god. Is he going to stay on screen? Alright, basically I'm going to try to... Oh my god. So... Okay, there we go. So, I turned a bunch of stuff into coins at the... I just paused the emulator, so you can see what's going on. But I turned a bunch of coins, or sprites into coins at the gold tape, and when you do that, it starts, giving you lots of points. It, kind of builds up a chain, I guess, of them. So I got a 1-up and a 3-up, but you'll also notice that there's, this little glitched graphic above Mario that's it's basically the same thing as with the Wigglers, how they never capped the combo you can get from the Wigglers or whatever, so you can just keep getting absurd amounts of points with glitchy graphics or whatever. It's kind of the same thing, except you can do it at the gold tape, because I think the gold tape doubles your combo or something. It skips every other combo you would have normally gotten from an enemy chain. So you'll notice I didn't get a 2-up, it just skipped straight from 1-up to 3-up, and it skipped straight from 1,000 points to 4,000, basically, yeah, so, I don't know. It's kind of silly that you can do that at the gold tape, it's a pretty, and it's really easy to do in this level, as you can see, because there's already a bunch of sprites there. But also, some of the sprites that were on screen were those, one-up mushrooms, which just kind of taunt you because they're sitting right there behind the goal, and you can't reach them because they turn into coins when you touch the goal. There's actually a couple ways to get them. I guess if you had a blue Yoshi, you could eat a Koopa and then just like fly under this part, like this wall here. There's like a little bit of space underneath you could fit and get under the goal tape and then fly underneath it. You could probably do it without a blue Yoshi, but it would be hard because you'd have to like somehow fly under that with your cape and then slowly ascend up to the one-ups. But anyway, you could also go over the goal tape, but in order to actually pass over the goal tape without activating it, you have to be touching the top of the screen, like where the camera actually stops. So you have to be pretty high up, so you probably have to fly for that too. And but my favorite method of getting these one-ups is just to scroll the camera to the left here, and then touch the goal tape. And because I touched the goal tape when the one-ups hadn't spawned yet, then they don't spawn till after you touch the gold tape, and you can still collect them, which is pretty silly. Yeah, I don't know. So that's Forest Secret Area. That's enough of that level, I guess. There's not really a lot to show there anyway. But it's kind of a fun level, I guess. So, Forest Fortress. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue along this path. Great, this is an auto-scrolling section. These are always fun. There's not really much I can do here. Cool thing is I can stay against the wall to fly here, because the screen is scrolling forward. Normally you can't fly up against, like, a wall. Like, you won't actually, boost up. You won't actually get, like, catch the air, with your cape or whatever to, like, boost upward if you're against a wall. But if it's against a moving wall, like this auto-scrolling section, then apparently you can. So it's kind of easy to fly through this section. Well, as long as you're avoiding the saws, I guess, which I'm not. Oh my god, yeah, that part's kind of tricky if you don't have the Switch Palaces, and I usually do by this point in the game, but there's a reason I haven't visited the Switch Palaces yet. I just kind of want to save them, I guess. I don't know. Like, there's not really anything too special, but... oh my god. Well, actually, I might as well show this. So those saws there, you can kill saws by sliding into them. Normally there aren't, like, slopes near oh my god, this is like a tongue twister. Normally there aren't slopes near saws, except for, like, this one point in the game. But if you have a cape, you can do a belly slide. So you could pretty much kill any saw with a cape like that just by doing a belly slide into it. But if you don't have a cape, you can use this little purple triangle here to slide and kill the saw like that. Actually, oh, I thought I was going to slide into the other one and kill them both, but I guess that's easier said than done. There we go. Alright, but yeah, it produces like this glitchy looking graphic when you kill it. It looks kind of silly. I wonder if... Okay, that was dangerous. I was going to try to spin jump on this guy. I want to see if I can pull it off. Oh my god. He came out late. Why did that happen? That's dumb. I'm going to rewind just because the beginning of this level is just an auto-scrolling section, which is not fun to watch me play again. And, I don't know. I've been abusing tools this whole playthrough, so it's not like it's out of character or whatever. I do always hate, like, rewinding just because I, like, died or something, because, like, if that's my own incompetence, then it just feels like cheating to not... Oh my god. You know what I mean? Like, that should have counted as a death, but whatever. I just don't want to... I don't know. I guess I could play through the level again on my own and then just edit it out, but that kind of seems pointless, so... I don't know. Whatever. I don't think anybody minds. Anyway, okay, so one more thing I want to show here. I'm not sure how I'm going to show this. Basically, there's this giant chasm of lava. So the boss door is right over here, but there's this secret area over here. As you can see, there's just this like path that leads to lava with a bunch of fireballs, and you're kind of like, well, what's the point of this? It's just a dead end. But if you have a cape, you can fly over this whole section and dodge the potobos and get to the other side, and there's actually something over there. Ooh. If you don't have a cape, however, it's a lot harder. Like, a lot harder. I'm gonna try to attempt it. I don't know. I can't guarantee success, though, because I haven't really, like, practiced this, but I think you want to do something kind of like that. Whoops. Okay. Basically, I'm gonna need to bounce across all the potobos to make it across, and it's, like, way harder than it looks because they spawn at like different times, so they're not even like properly synced up. It doesn't seem like this is really intentional even. Like it almost does because they're like because of the way they placed the potobos, it almost seems like you're supposed to be able to like bounce across them, but it's so absurdly difficult that I kind of don't think I think they just intended you to fly through this section. I don't know if they even considered doing it this way. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to make this without, like, rewinding or something. Maybe I should just do that. Okay, wait. Am I gonna land on this guy, or do I need to kind of slow down? Okay, I'm gonna land. Cool. Oh my god. Wow, I can't believe I'm not even holding... Oh no, the last one. There we go. Alright, so this is what's on the other side. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 one-ups. And because they're not moons, you can recollect them if you re-enter the level. Moons disappear after you collect them until you reset the game, but not these one-ups. So it's just 9 one-ups. It's not really that special, I guess, especially for me because I have 99 lives right now. And then this door just takes you back to the boss room. You'll also notice that the placement of these one-up blocks is kind of interesting because... Wait, hold on a second. What the... Oh, never mind. Okay. Okay. This is actually kind of interesting. It's a little bit confusing to explain, but notice how the one-up blocks are spaced. I'll start from this end over here. See how they're spaced like kind of exactly like 4 tiles apart? Like, okay, so there's this block. You could fit like 2 more blocks in between these 2 blocks, right? There's actually a reason that they space them out like that horizontally, is because when you, like, they use the same tile for one-up blocks, vine blocks, and star continuation blocks. So, like, if you have a Starman and you hit certain blocks, normally that block would contain a coin, but if you have star power, it contains another Starman. So that block and vine blocks and one-up blocks all use the same tile, and depending on the like horizontal position, like whether it's like in a certain spot or in a different spot or whatever, like it'll have different contents. So basically, as long as they're all spaced out the same distance apart, they're always going to have a one-up. But if I were to dupe one of these one-up blocks to the right, it would have a vine in it, and if I were to dupe a vine block to the right, it would have the star continuation block, or it would just have a coin. But if I had star power, it would have a Starman. And if I dupe a one-up block to the left, it would also have a star continuation block. So yeah, they're actually spaced apart like that for a reason. But something interesting is, notice that this spacing is actually slightly wider than the spacing of all the other ones, and that's actually because, I guess that's because it's right on a screen boundary. Or wait, does that make sense? That might not even make sense. Hold on a second. Where's the screen? Yeah. Okay, yeah, it must be right at the edge of the screen, basically. So there's okay, there's screens in the game that are invisible, that like each level is made up of a certain number of screens, quote unquote, that are like that have nothing to do with where the camera actually is. They're just how the level is like sectioned, I guess. And depending on like, I don't know, the contents of the block reset at the edge of each screen, and since there's only 3 possible contents you can get from a one-up block, but there's 16 tiles on a screen. I'm not explaining this very well. Basically, it doesn't line up, and it resets at the edge of the screen, so the positioning kind of changes when you're near the edge of one of those screens. It's kind of hard to explain that because it's kind of abstract if you have no idea what I'm talking about, which you probably do because I didn't explain it very well. Okay, anyway, yeah, so I barely finished that level in time, I just realized. I think I'm just going to end the video, actually, because next video I would actually want to continue down this path, and I'm going to go through Star World, well, part of Star World, I still haven't done Star World 3, but whatever. I'm gonna make my way back to World 2, because there's more stuff in the early game I want to go back and show. There's actually lots of stuff back in the early game I want to go back and show, but I'm gonna go back and show some of it pretty soon in this series, and then some of the other stuff I'll wait until later, like after I've finished everything else, basically, I think. I don't know exactly how I'll do it, but I'm basically just thinking out loud at this point, so thanks for watching, bye.